This is my life with chronic illness. Life is very strange. Okay, pivot. Don't sit down. I'm really stubborn. Usually I fall when you have chronic illness. Like how I've always done it is, so this is the game I play with myself in my head is, Hey guys, I'm Kelly. This is my channel, Incredible Anyway, where I talk about how to live an incredible life, no matter what your circumstances are. It is that time of year. It is time to make food for Thanksgiving. Usually I start about 9 to 10 days before Thanksgiving. Today is 9 days before. I've been in bed all day with a severe migraine. I've been in bed most every day. The only reason I would be out of bed is because I went to a doctor appointment, to my IV infusions, to physical therapy. And the reason I'm in bed is because my chronic migraines are intractable and resistant to treatment, and we're starting a new preventative. I have other videos on that. Won't talk about that here, but I'm kind of having like a temporary, small break in the storm, relatively, because I make the similar things every year. I made a list on my iPad of what order to make everything. I'm making right now bread for my stuffing. I eat a paleo diet, and so I can't just go out and buy pre-made foods, which makes it even harder for me. I also make my own food because my family doesn't make the Kelly-friendly foods that I need to eat. So I like cooking. It just happens to be more challenging because I don't feel well. My goal for today is to make the bread. And if I get through that, we'll see. But I have a feeling I'm already crashing, and I haven't even done step one. Well, I did step one, get out the itis. Like kind of how I'm doing it chronic illness wise is go, okay, I'm gonna do this thing and then see how I am. And then I'll do the next step. So here we go. Okay. Yeah, this is a horrible dog. Don't do this at home. It is what it is. I think when you cook with chronic illness, you kind of just become, I'm gonna just do it as best as I can and not worry about it being the best. I just bring over all of my measuring cups and all of my measuring spoons because it's just easier. Today's Tuesday before the Thursday that it would be a week before Thanksgiving. Does that make sense? What I do is I make food and then I freeze it. And all of this I will be eating for Christmas as well. With chronic illness, you just never know when am I gonna feel better. And so I just try to keep a really open, fluid mind with everything. Flaxseed meal. Oh, yeah, this needs to get thrown out. It's very expired. I'm not gonna say how expired it is, but we won't be using it again. I will use it here because I need to get this done. If I'm not okay, I'm not okay. Talking is not helping my cause. That flaxseed smells funny. I don't want to throw away that much almond flour. It's really, really expensive. I wish I had checked the expiration date on that flax. I use all the other flours frequently. I just don't use it very often. But what alerted me that it probably isn't good is that it smells different. I'm going to not make the bread right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scoop out the flax. This is hurting me, but I really don't need to get sick. I can't risk it. I can't go, well, it probably is fine. I mean, I shouldn't have used it last year. That's how old it is. You know what? This is my life with chronic illness. Life is very strange. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do now, I think I'm going to pivot. Pivot? Does anybody know what that's from? I'll give you a second to think about it. Pivot? It's from a TV show, a very famous TV show. I don't remember why I said it recently in I couldn't remember what it was from, and my dad looked it up and we found out it was from, drum roll. So let's make the rolls, let's pivot. It says best eaten the same day. Let's get it. Pivot. Oh, did I tell you what pivot's from? You've had enough time to guess. It's from Friends. It's from an episode of Friends where they're moving the couch and Ross is the one that keeps saying pivot. And he says it in this really like stark way. Pivot! The really cool thing that I was watching in the last 4 YouTube videos from the last 2 years of Thanksgivings is that I had really bad vertigo. And I'm so dizzy.
You're growing taller than you know you are.
This is really hard. Oh, I'm so dizzy right now.
So while you're walking,
Okay.
valley to the lookout, don't let this moment set your outlook. This darkness
Oh, holy crap, I'm so spinning.
is fading. So against hope, against hope, just hope, against hope.
Oh, holy night, I'm so dizzy.
So watch this triumph
Oh,
become your triumph. Look around and see your path.
so it says to sprinkle a half of a teaspoon.
Don't let this moment set your out.
I didn't just say that.
Have hope to see beyond the
I gotta get this in the oven. I can do this. You can do it. Just get through it, Kelly. You'll get through this and then you'll just be laid down. Man, the words are like, where are you?
So hope against hope, against hope.
I'm going to do this before I get worse. Okay, so let's do this thing. With the turkey, lurkey. Ah! Oh, this is heavy. Thank goodness I'm doing this. You got this, babe. You got this. Go, Kelly, go. I'm gonna hold my turkey. This is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Alright, I'm gonna put my footrest up so I can get closer in. Okay. Oh, that's heavy. Oh, that's heavy. I did it! I'm so relieved it's almost completely in there. Ah, yes. Like everything. I think it looks good in there.
Just hope against hope, against hope.
And I was cooking with vertigo. I don't have vertigo because I had brain surgery. I do still have imbalance, so I have to be careful. Like I'm using, like my knee is against, you can't see it, but my knee is pushing up against this. Sometimes I'll lean into it. It says to stir with a spoon. I'm using a fork. I don't know, I like to stir with forks. I feel like there's too much liquid. Seriously, how is this ratio correct? I mean, it's drowning. It's a cup of flour to a cup of liquids. I still have to add the egg. It says you might need to add more coconut flour, which coconut flour really absorbs liquids. It's a soup. I do not remember being soupy, but I am reading the instructions. Like to blame it on migraine brain, but like this is not even close to being consistency that you would use. I've made this before. I think it's gonna take more than a tablespoon. We're getting better. This is after 2. It's still loopy though. Put it on the pan and it would go whoosh. Oh, my body's not used to standing up, which I kind of want to sit down, but there's like this thing in my head that says if you sit down, don't sit down. That means I should. If you don't know yet by watching my videos, I'm really stubborn. I often push myself too hard, or I try to do things when I shouldn't. Okay, so that is holding together. So that is a little bit more than 3 tablespoons in addition. Ugh, I'm starting to feel very nauseous from the migraine. Ugh, I'm feeling very sick. Come on, let's just get it done. You got this, Kelly, you can do this. You know, when you have chronic illness, like how I've always done it is I always have like a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. Like, I always have backup plans to my backups. That way I'm prepared if something happens, and I'm not as like upset if something doesn't go the way I hope, because I planned for something else. Like, there's always a plan. And even if all the plans don't work, well then fine. I'm really a lot more, I feel like I'm flexible because I am like this. I still am really careful about how fast I turn. My vestibular physical therapist is really wanting me to be on top of making sure that I don't turn too fast and that I'm always on top of things. You know, he said that there's a possibility I could have balance problems for the rest of my life because we cut the vestibular nerve. Usually I fall when I really wasn't expecting it. And so we've kind of been talking about me making sure that I'm safe in all situations, careful in all situations, which is really hard when before how I kind of stayed on top of it, I had vertigo. So that was my huge warning and reminder, like, hey, you need to be extra careful. And now I don't have that same thing. So sometimes I fall without really any warning. It just happens. So this is the game I play with myself in my head is, would I rather make the sweet potatoes right now when I'm starting to feel rough, or like risk that I may not make them at all? I may just have rolls for Thanksgiving. You know what, and that would be fine. That would be totally fine if I couldn't eat Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm committing. I have a knife and I'm gonna be bending over. So instead of bending over with the knife in my hand, I put it down. And then I'm really intentional about what I do with sharp objects when I'm walking. I mean, I'm still at a place where bending over isn't the easiest thing for me. I can do it, but it does kind of put me out of whack a little bit, so I have to be careful. 3. So I can do that, but like everything goes like, woo, interesting. It's so hard to think right now. I'm starting to feel really nauseous. Almost done. So, pencils down. Wait, could you see that at all? No. Migraine brain. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm feeling worse and worse right now, is I'm going to put the mashed potatoes, once I'm done with them, I'm just gonna put them in a bowl. And then tomorrow I will put them in containers to freeze. Right now I can tell like I am fading and I can't, like this is gonna be all I can do. So I have my strainer already in the oven. Migraine brain. In the sink. And because I'm not feeling good, and especially because of my balance issues, I'm gonna be extremely careful. I have made really amazing dough with this, with sweet potato mash and tapioca flour. And it makes this most delicious like pizza calzone type of dough. And it becomes almost like a cheesy consistency inside. Oh, it's just delightful. Oh yeah, these are perfect color. Whew, I'm super crashing. Oh, I need salt. And your body's like, what have you done? It feels like it's not seasoned enough. This is what it looks like on the inside right now. They look really nice. It's actually good. It's growing on me. It's not as flavorful, I think, as it should be, but more salt next time. A little bit. It's good though. Now, because I've been super intentional about rinsing off and putting everything in the dishwasher, I only have this one pan and those two utensils. Rinse, wash as you go. Nothing is complicated really about these dishes. It's just that I'm making them from scratch, so it takes longer than if I weren't. Good job, Kelly. Good job. Ugh, I'm so done. We'll see how the days ahead go. I'm going to lay down because I feel very nauseous right now, especially since I ate that roll. I wasn't really thinking clearly, but I am Kelly. Remember, you are not alone. Live incredible anyway. Bye, guys. Love you. Let's do this again tomorrow. Okay? Okay.
You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world. You are not alone.